Welcome everyone back to the European Journeyman save. In today's episode, we have two games in our Europa Conference League second qualifying round against a team called Sabatalo from Georgia. We did play the one, obviously we went out in the Europa League qualifiers to Slavia Prague, which was to be expected. We did win our opening league game 6-0. As you can see, first goal for Sandy Kanka, the youngster, he scored. Got a decent bit of valuation now, obviously. Good start, 8.2. Obviously, Bravo, probably one of the not as good teams in the league. Yeah, third bottom. We're sort of, we're actually higher up than we were last time. Obviously, when we started last season, we were expected to finish second bottom. Now we're expected to finish fifth. So, Olympia favourites for the title, of course, as you'd expect. But we do have two players in the best team. Not the best goalkeeper though, and they're not, none of them in the Dream 11, but I think we should be going for the league title. Obviously the board, they've actually upped it. It was said top half earlier. Now they want us to qualify for Europa Conference League, so basically finish in the top 3, top 4. Olympia won their opening game. Mura have won their first 2 games, and then only Dobjala won their relegation playoff, so they remained in the league. But Illerija are the new boys in the club, and yeah, they're the new boys in. So yeah, that's it. So we obviously have those 2 games. No transfers have been done except for an exit. Jorg Obrejon has left the club. He was absolutely rubbish. We paid a fair whack of wages for him. He scored that 1 goal accidentally against Prague. He was absolute rubbish. He's went back to Colombia for 70k. He's off the books. He was absolute rubbish. But this is the team that we're going for the first leg. It is pretty much the same team. I think it is the same team that started the Bravo game, the league game. The only difference is we don't have to play one of the Slovenian under-21s or any foreign rules, so we've been able to bring some players in. There is a bid for Shaibu as well. He's just not really very good, is he? He's a second league quality player, so we'll probably move him on and try and get another winger in. But this is the team we're going with. Kursija in goal, back 4 of Agu, Ortola, Cianci and Denuzzo. Midfield 2 of Faye and Murillo, who had a really good game. Diarra, Pajaro, Mammoet, who scored 2 in about 30 minutes when he came on. He won from a corner and won just a smasher. He got an assist as well. Looked very good. And then Zizek partnering him with him. Again, Kanka might be our best advanced forward. I think we do probably need another striker. Obviously, transfer window isn't shut. We've got a little bit of money to deal with. So we'd probably need a left back. Probably okay at centre-back now. Probably could do with a right-back. Obviously, Egan Riley and Moretti can play there, but they're not as good. Probably need a winger with Shaibu going, and we still need probably another striker. But other than that, I'm happy with the team. This is a team we really could win. We could lose against. This is the home leg. I actually prefer to do the home leg second. But they are from Georgia. They're about a star better than us, or half a star better than us. So I don't know. Obviously, they only had a few players loaded in, so we may not beat them. We may beat them. I don't know. We seem to be playing our Europe games somewhere else because we get about a 1,300 attendance, which shows that we should be playing at a bigger stadium. But there you go, because we only play in front of 500 people at the minute. But that's a good ball from Pajaro all the way to Zizek. Zizek looking for an option, finds Diarra in the middle, can't get anything on it. It comes out to Agu, who finds... I'm not sure what happened there. I think they just put it out for a corner. But Mammoet is 6'4", so we've got a striker who's big now, so we can definitely aim for him from corners. It falls to Murillo, tries to knock it back in, but just very easy for the other goalkeeper to just grab hold of it. And but yeah, I would want us to get through this round. I don't know who awaits us in the next one. I didn't look. I don't like to look. I just prefer to see it as and when we progress. But Danuto plays a good ball over, but Pajaro wasn't really there to chase it. Zizek into Mammoet, back to Murillo, over the top to Diarra, who first time hits it. Lovely effort, but unfortunately goes wide of the post. But we are looking like the better team here, just looking like we're struggling to get that first goal. Zizek obviously is probably, not the out-and-out advanced forward you would want, so we probably do need another one there. But Alison Faye somehow gets it on the end of it. I think Diarra had a shot. It kind of bobbled around, but Alison Faye gets it in the back of the net, and he does make it 1-0 to us. And I do think based on what we've seen in the opening 20 minutes, we look the better side. Pajaro brought down, but apparently fairly so. The new centre-back, I'm really liking Ortola. You know, one thing I noticed in the Bravo game, as we do have another highlight, Mahmoud gets on the end of a great cross. He gets his third of the season. He's looking like a good sign, and we are paying him a fair whack, £1,600 a week. For our level, you know, I think he is our highest paid player by quite a bit. But he scored 3 and 2, so really can't be questioning it. Diarra with an effort hits the crossbar. But what I was going to say was in the Bravo, oh my God, I can't get a sentence out. We just highlight after highlight here. Diarra on the corner, whips it in, doesn't find anyone. Cianci, the on-loan centre-back, plays it to Murillo, who did score. Oh my God, he's done it again. He scored an almost identical goal against Bravo in the first game of the league off camera. And he's pretty much repeated it. It was just the other side. I said last season, one of the episodes, we needed to see more of him going forward, and I think we've done that. Zizek's picked up a knock, so we'll bring Kanka on. But Kanka, I like the look of him. He scored a really good goal as well, and he got like a really good rating. So I'm really happy with Kanka. If he can, do that in the league on a regular basis, that would be great. Obviously, I don't expect us to win 6-0 most games, but if we do win this really comfortably, we can always rotate a little bit. I don't like to rotate loads. Oh, it's 4-0. Maybe we can. We're absolutely hammering these. I thought it was going to be a closer game, but we obviously don't have Georgia loaded. I don't think Georgia, are they in the base game? I don't think they are. So I don't think we could even load them anyway. So perhaps a little bit fortunate that we have drew a team that is, not loaded. So there isn't a lot of good players probably in their squad. There was, I think when we looked, enough players to fill out a side. Obviously, you will get weird things where if you're playing qualifiers against teams that aren't loaded, not all of their teams will be full with players, so they'll play like grayed out players, but they're usually around the level that they're at anyway, just a little bit worse. So you're not playing some really awful players, but we've just done really well. Mahmoud tries to get on the end of it. Diarra plays to Kanka. Thought he should have just turned and had a go himself, but he played it back to Murillo. Unfortunately, this time his effort from distance does go over. But finally, I can get out what I was trying to say. One thing I noticed in the Bravo game, because we've got so many more younger players with quicker centre-backs and, just Agu looks much better, starting having a pre-season down him. And, Murillo in midfield, he's obviously improved. Diarra's improved from last season. Pajaro's improved. All the players have kind of kicked on. But one thing I noticed, we looked much quicker. Faye there tries to get in an effort. Pajaro does well, goes out for a corner, but we just look much quicker, especially at the back. I think the two centre-backs being younger, and they just looked a lot better. They really did. We obviously kept a clean sheet as well, which was really positive. Now, of course, we did really well against Mura in the opening game last season, and then we didn't win the league. But I think we've got a good chance for it. Obviously, it's just that consistency. We didn't really have that last year, so we need to try and make sure we have it this year. We will make a couple of changes because we are 4-0 up. We'll bring Goranak on. We'll bring Emre Moore on. We'll bring Egan Riley on as well because he needs some game time. Bring him on for Agu. Shaibu's going. I know we don't want to play two young strikers when it's only 4-0. Obviously, we still have another game, but it looks good. We look like we are going to be qualifying for the third qualifying round, which, of course, if we do that, we will do that in the next episode. Because, like I say, we want to do something different this season. Obviously, we've played a lot of this league. Obviously, first season was the second league. This, last season was the first division. So we don't want to do too many games in the league if we can help it. Obviously, if there's nothing else going on, that's what we will do. But obviously, you've seen it all before. And the fact that we already qualified for Europe, there's not going to be much difference. I want us to really challenge for the league again. Obviously, we were pretty close. Sandy Kanka, it's at his feet. And that's probably the reason why he won't be our out-and-out striker. It was a good ball in. He really should be taking a touch even. He hits it first time. Doesn't really connect very well. It goes over. But yeah, I mean, I think we can definitely challenge for the title again. Obviously, we won the opening game 6-0, which is really good. But that's obviously just the opening game. We can absolutely go and lose to someone else. You wouldn't put it past us. We will make a couple changes. We'll bring Moretti on for Ortola. We'll bring Rock Pahor on for Mammoth. No, we won't. You know what? We'll clear all of this. And we'll just bring Rock on because Mammoth is looking a little bit tired. We'll put the two youngsters back up top again, as they did for the Slavia Prague game. And they did get a goal when we did that. So, obviously, the two youngsters, we don't have too much faith in to be, star players or anything like that. But they've got first league potential. And you never know. They could really improve. And I think it's just nice to have some youngsters involved. And Kanka's done really well there. Oh, it's a lovely goal. You know what? Sandy Kanka he might have something about him because Rock Pahar has done really well there as well. he looks good as a pressing forward. He just really, I don't think he'll be scoring lots of goals, but he just looks really good. And I think one thing, they're both quick. They're both very physical. He can pass as well. He's put some good balls in. Emery Moore now swings one in for Diarra, hits the crossbar, gets it back into Kanka. His efforts blocked. Faye goes out to Egan Riley, but the highlight ends. You know what? I do like this. When they play together, they're just so quick and just full of, vigor, and they've just got that youthful excitement to them. Danuto whips one in. Diarra's headed effort hits the post and goes out for a goal kick to, what were they called, Sabutor or something. Their name's so weird and long, they don't even get like a short acronym in the game. But a 5-0 win. Very good stuff. That does mean we probably are qualified. Obviously, we've got a long away trip to Georgia. I don't know how long it is from Slovenia to Georgia. I would imagine a while, but I could be wrong. Again, geography, not my majorly good suit. Murillo, good stuff from him. 5-0, that pretty much sees us through. We'll make a couple changes for the second leg. We've obviously got a league game which we'll play in between, but we'll come back for the second leg very soon. So for our second game, we are away to Sabatalo in, obviously, the second leg of the qualifiers. In the interim, we played a league game. Unfortunately, we did lose 3-2. We actually conceded 3 goals in 37 minutes. One of them was like a deflected free kick, then we gave away a penalty. Then they did score a normal goal. We did get 2 back, but unfortunately, we couldn't get another one back. So we do sit 3rd in the table. So still not too bad. Obviously, Domjala could go ahead of us. Yeah, disappointed to be already chasing the two, to be chasing Olympia. Obviously, they won the league last year. You would kind of expect them to do the same again, but we want to try and challenge them. But obviously, we did win 5-0, so we have made some changes. Egan Riley comes in at right back. Moretti comes in at centre back. The other centre back and left back remain the same. Faye stays in midfield. Obviously, Goranak comes in for Murillo. Emery Moore comes in for Diarra, and then we are starting the 2 youngsters up top because I just like seeing them play. He does have 5-star potential, so you never know. Kankar's potential a little bit smaller, but he is up to 2.5 stars now, so a leading second league player, not bad at all. He didn't do very well in the game in between, though, unfortunately. But hopefully all this game experience will give them what they need. Didn't have many options there, did you, for the little team talk? We are, of course, away, so all of these changes could be disaster for us, but hopefully we will do just okay. As long as we don't lose by more than 4 goals, we'll go through to the third qualifying round, which will be the next episode, so the 2 legs of that. But we have to be careful, of course. We don't want to go out. We don't want to be losing games for no reason. But they do come forward, and they do almost get themselves the first goal of the game. And that's the last thing we want. We really don't want to. We really want to just get 1 goal, and then that pretty much just kills them off. Obviously, there's very weird in Europe. You do seem the away and home stuff does seem to make quite a big difference. It is big travel, to be fair, but I don't know if the game takes that into account or not. But Kankar picks up the ball, does really well to keep it. I thought he was going to have a go himself. He doesn't. Finds Goranak playing it around into Faye. He has an effort. It's an awful save from the goalkeeper. It's straight at him. Bundles in off him, and it does make it 1-0 to us. They've got a massive stadium that no one turns up to. This is probably just the stadium they play Europe in. But yeah, crazy stuff. We do go 1-0 up, and that pretty much stems us going through, which is good to see. So we will give the 2 youngsters the full 90 to see what they can do. Ideally, the full 90. Emery Moore gets his first goal for the club. It's took him bloody long enough. Thankfully, he's off and running, and hopefully he can start to bag a few more. Good stuff from Emery Moore. Gets a goal. Alison Faye with the assist. Now he's on a goal and assist this game. Good stuff. Does make it 2-0, 7-0 on Ag, and it was probably right for us to rotate the team a little bit. Obviously, disappointed in the league fixture. We do want to obviously try and win the league this year, but getting through these rounds as much as we can, that's got to be the focus first, and then we can obviously return our focus back to the league. Unlikely that we'll qualify for the competition properly, but you never know if you get some good draws. We'll see, obviously, after this who will be playing in the third qualifier, or at least out of the, which 2 teams potentially we could be playing. And that'll give us a good idea of whether we think we can get to the 4th round. Obviously, if you win the 4th round, you're into the Conference League, and obviously that would be a big money spinning move for us if we could get into the group stage. That would change us financially into a team that could actually spend a bit of money. But yeah, we're doing really well. We will obviously make some changes now. We'll bring Fermisek on just in case he gets injured. Murillo, we will bring on for Goranak. He's a little bit tired and he's on a yellow. Zizek needs some game time, so we'll bring him on for Pajaro and then put Emery Moore on the left. He's really more of a striker, but Mahmoud is fine. He doesn't need the game time. He could do with it, but we're fine. We'd rather give the two up top the full 90. Rock now running forward, looking really good. Number 9 tries to play a ball and it's a pretty poor pass. Unfortunately, he doesn't find anyone, but it's nice to see them playing. Obviously not scored yet, but they're doing okay. They're on 6.8 and 6.9s, and I think it'll be a fun little project to see how far we can get them. Lovely ball there from Kanka. Murillo really should be finishing that. It was a really good little turn and pass from Kanka, and I really do like Sandy Kanka. I think he's definitely got the. I think they've both got the potential to be actual players in the squad, which I wasn't sure of at first, but I definitely started to think I'm seeing it now. I'm definitely seeing it. They've both been okay, and obviously the quality of the league isn't that high that they couldn't possibly improve. As long as they improve a few attribute points, they're pretty much there. So Rock Paya plays it into Sandy, who plays it back to Emery Moore, who's looking much better this game, and he goes through. I thought he was going to get his second of the game, but unfortunately it does go wide for a corner. It is 7-0 on aggregate. I mean, ideally, I just want to keep the clean sheet now at this point. That's the main thing. Emery Moore looks very quick. He's got like 17 acceleration. He just can't really do anything when he gets to the other end. But he's done well today. At least he scored, and hopefully that first goal will actually start to kick on now and start to get a few more. But yeah, I think we'll do. Sandy Kanka's picked up a knock. We'll leave him on, see if he can play through it. Obviously, we've got the two of them, so if one of them can't play the next league game, we can always start the other one. It doesn't really matter. I think one thing, obviously, we will do at the start of this season is play through all these qualifiers, but then we really want to, obviously, see where we are. You never know, we might even qualify for Conference League, which would allow us to get through the season, not showing. Obviously we could show like a league game and a qualifier, a Conference League game, and then a Slovenian league game, but for the minute I think these are really fun. It's obviously fun to see us playing a different side, and I love playing the qualifiers, I really do. Obviously the scary bit is if we lose one, we're out. There's no dropping down to another one, which is why you really want to win the league, because you get to drop down from Champions League to Europa League to Conference League. The chances of actually getting into the group are much higher. Obviously, we went out of Europa League straight away. That's to be expected. We play a seeded team. We were unseeded. Of course, we will be. But if we could get to the group of Conference League, you never know. Next time round, we could be seeded. So we obviously are up against it coefficiency-wise because we just don't have any experience at all in the last 5. Never mind the last 5 years, just any experience at all. Zizek getting a goal there. I have just realised Kanka is actually injured, so we will take him off for Mahmoud to come on and hopefully stat pad get a goal. But he's looked really good. He's looked like a very good sign. I think he could be the difference maker. We really were lacking a good striker last year. Oh, he's got injured. What is he doing? He's just come on. How could he get injured? Oh, it's a knee injury as well. Right, we'll chuck Emery Moore up top. We'll bring Diarra on. Oh, that better not be a bad injury. We've just brought him on. That's why I didn't want to bring him on, because I didn't want him to get injured. That's put a bit of a downer on it. Hopefully it's just a short one, a couple days. But he's went off straight away. He came on and went straight off. So hopefully not too bad. But it does remain 3-1. 8-1 on aggregate. We are absolutely going through the next round, and hopefully a couple injuries there to Kanka and Mamat. Obviously we've got a big league fixture against Mura, who've won their opening 2 games, so really we want to beat them to at least go level with them, and hopefully keep we have to just as much as we can keep pace with Olympia, because I think they're going to be very good this year again, and they've got off to a good start to the league. But Diarra running down the left-hand side. Can he find one of the youngsters? He does. Oh, I thought Rock Paho was going to get his first goal for the club. Unfortunately, doesn't. Hits the post, and it does remain 3-1. But this just shows you, man, like you can go play. We won 5-0, and then obviously we have rotated the team, so that's probably part of it as well. But you can definitely get some weird fixtures. I thought they'd scored there. Just went over the line though. remains 3-1, and that is it. We do advance into the third qualifying round of the Conference League. Very good stuff. Now let's hope, fingers crossed, those injuries aren't too bad, because they did go off pretty early. So Kanka is going to miss 2 weeks, 10 days to 3 weeks, so that's quite a while. Oh, he's going to miss about 2 months. That's a real shame. That is a huge, huge shame for Mahmoud, because he's been excellent. 3-2, 4-2. Well, we do get some money, and we are going to play IFK Göteborg, who are a Swedish team. They lost 4-1 to Cluj in the away leg, but then beat them 4. This is what I mean. Like, the home stuff is so important. So they do progress 5-4 against Cluj, who I think are probably a better side than them, right? Yeah, they're 3-star. So, again, another 2.5-star team. Obviously, we just wiped the floor with one of them. You never know. We could do it again. Yeah, we could do it again. Göteborg will be the next episode. So yeah, a bit more money into the club. We are now in the third qualifying round. If we were to go out here, we'd get 472k, so very good. But this is, I think that's a good chance for us to go into the playoff, which would give us a big money even if we went out, and obviously a chance to actually get into the league phase. So definitely good stuff. We will obviously play Mura and Olympia, which are pretty big games, but we will play those off camera. We will play the Göteborg games on camera. Or do we play Olympia and Göteborg? Like a league game and a second leg? No, let's just do the qualifiers, because that's what's interesting. Obviously the league. We've done the league. It's still early in the season. These games don't really... Yeah, it seems like top of the table clashes, but come the end of the season, they might not be. You never know. Mura might absolutely fall off. Olympia might fall off. You wouldn't expect them to, but you never know. Yeah, we're doing okay. A little bit of a disappointing league game, but we are doing well. And spirits are up. Everyone's happy. We probably need some players in, though. We probably still need a little bit of players in. So that's going to do it for this episode. Like I say, when we come back, we'll do the Göteborg home and away leg in the third qualifier, and that'll be next episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the European Journeyman, and I'll see you all for more very soon.